Today on my show of what I'm going to talk about on my show today is I'm going to do a movie review of a movie I just watched at Harkins today. I'm going to do a movie review on the 2018 movie A Quiet Place. So, the movie is directed by the actor who played Jim from The Office. I think the director was named John. He directed and starred in A Quiet Place. I think him and his co-star Emily Blunt did an amazing job in the movie. I think, in my opinion, of what I felt about the movie, or what's my thought about A Quiet Place, in my opinion, I don't think the movie is not that scary, but that depends on the audience. And yes, the movie is count as a horror film, horror, thriller, and sci-fi. Unless if you're a big fan of horror films, then I recommend it that people should watch the movie A Quiet Place. And I found out when I was watching the movie today that I think in the beginning of the movie that there wasn't really much dialogue, there wasn't really much talking for the characters because they were silent in the movie. But when the movie got closer, from the middle and end, there was some talking in the movie, and some of them in the movie was not talking in the movie at all. As for me, I was not scared of watching A Quiet Place. I mean, I thought it was just an okay movie, but it was also a really weird movie when I saw. And yes, I thought it was really weird. I mean, it's not a bad movie to check out, unless if anyone does not like horror or thriller movies, then I don't recommend watching it, unless if you're a big fan of horror or thriller movies, or horror and sci-fi movies, then yes, I still highly recommend it, that people need to check it out. Unless if you're really anxious to watch A Quiet Place, then I highly recommend it if people want to check it out. And you're welcome to watch the movie if you want. I don't want to tell you what the creatures look like, because I don't want to spoil it for people who has not seen the movie yet. And yes, I think the movie is about survival, because I think in the movie, if the creatures hear you, or if you make a sound, then the creatures hunts you down in the movie. I mean, it's totally up to you if you want to watch it or not. And I want to make this episode today for the people who's a big fan of Emily Blunt. And yes, Emily Blunt plays in it. And I want to make this episode today for the people who've seen the movie A Quiet Place before. And that's all for my show today. And make sure to comment below of what did you think of the movie A Quiet Place and why. Don't forget to subscribe and click like on the bottom below if you enjoyed my episode today. And that's all for my show today, and see you next time.